Good afternoon and welcome to the Orange County IDA Finance Committee meeting. The time is now, 4:34. Bill, can we get a roll call, please?
Sure. Mark Green.
Present.
Jeffrey Chris.
Here.
Dean Tambury.
Here.
Linda Muller.
Here.
4 members present. For staff, Bill Fioravanti, Marty Barras, Kelly Riley, Ethan Dubner, Dylan Burke on the live stream, and our state monitor, Brian Sanders, as well as our council, Rudy Zola.
All right, notice that this meeting is properly provided.
Yes, sir. Shown in your
Excellent.
packet.
All right, let's move into approval of minutes from the 16th Finance Committee meeting. Ms. Muller was not present at the meeting, so there wasn't a majority to approve those minutes. Can I get a motion to approve?
I'll second.
Thank you.
Second.
A second. Any further discussion about the April minutes? All in favor? Aye.
I'll abstain.
3-4, 1 abstention, passes. Now if we can get an approval for minutes from the June 26th finance meeting, can I get a motion to approve?
I'll second.
Thank you.
I'll second.
Can't?
Second.
Second. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
3 yes, 1 abstention.
Thank you.
All right, let's move into new business. Bill, if you can review the financials for me, please.
Sure. And I am on page 7. That's right. Yeah, page 7. We're looking at the income statement for Orange County IDA for June. I'm just going to go through. You see the shaded column. You know how we do this. Going through the actual column. We have an application fee for $2,500. That was for Balcom. We have our management fee received from OCFC, $9,600. Then into expenses, $1,723 in bank service charges. We are having a little issue paying a credit card through our ramp service, so we've incurred a couple of late payments and interest. So that's interest from that credit card. Bookkeeping charges of $1,850. Insurance of $1,280. Professional fees totaling, office supplies and postage, $1,335. Professional fees totaling $9,036. Those are the charges from our stenographers for the Epic Amazon hearing and a couple others, and as well as our payments to Vision Hudson Valley for the quality of life report. Those all come out of this professional fees line. Travel and lodging of $1,648. And our monitor fee, $10,620. Then moving into administrative costs, audio, IT support and audio visual, $6,447. That's for our email service, our live stream, the charges to live stream, a couple public hearings, including Amazon, which was 3 hours, our QuickBooks, our Zoom, and our website enhancements phase 2. That's all included in those fees. Let's see, and then we have marketing PR at $7,588. Moving down into agency support expenses, legal counsel, $21,480. That does include multiple months from Blakely Platt, our general counsel, but it also includes nearly $11,000 in charges from our conflict counsel, Zarin Steinmetz, that handled an easement issue for solar array for GTI. They also are handling another issue for an easement for GTI, in this case from Orange and Rockland. We paid those legal fees, and we should not have. The invoices came to us and they looked like they were addressed to us, we paid them, but they're really supposed to be passed on to the applicant. So we're going to be reimbursing those and they're billing the applicant. So $11,000 will come back to us out of that. Then the shovel ready program, $7,625. Some of that going for our EPA grant, which we are getting reimbursed promptly for. And then employee benefits, salaries, payroll taxes, etc. That's the $2,977, $2,398, $24,407. Moving down to building expenses, our rent, $83.98. Utilities at $545 and change. Our telephones, $989. That includes multi-month billing from Spectrum for our internet service. So sometimes those are delayed, so that's more than 1 month there. Maintenance of $650. That was no, I'm sorry, that's cleaning, and then repairs and renovations, those are just the logo signs that we brought in for the boardroom, and one in our foyer. Those are the signs for that. So total expenses of $109,492.46, and a net operating income of negative $97,166.53. That's the income statement for June, OCIDA. Any questions on that?
Okay, no, good.
Shall we move right into the, actually, in the meeting to look at,
Because I have a question about that.
on page 8, you see our investments and our cash. With a 9-month CD with Provident, 4.7 million, 9-month T-bill with JP Morgan, 1.649 million, and a 9-month CD with Provident at 2.5 million. Then we have our IDA operating account, $182,569. Our escrow account of $27,934, and CDs and treasuries, $8,849,932, for a total of $9,060,435 for IDA.
Two quick questions. The bottom, 2.5 million Provident Bank, that says it's maturing on 6/23/25. Is that, did we just not include the new one yet?
I just forgot to put in the,
Right, we have a new one that's gotta go in there?
that is the new one.
The date's wrong?
The date is wrong, so I'll have to go back and check that.
Yeah, is the interest correct? Because that seems a little high.
I have to get out.
Yeah, I have a feeling that whole line needs to be corrected to the rollover one that we did, that we agreed to.
Although this is as of June, this statement, the end of June, so we probably, that new account might be not rolled over yet.
Very well, maybe you're right, let's,
A lot of pages the same.
is it?
Conventions. Page 16.
Now, I'm gonna have to look at that, Mark, and get back to you.
Yeah, so it makes sense that this one would be the way you're saying it, but then the July one is definitely
Yeah.
askew.
Absolutely.
I think for all of us employees, like, with the two of them together, once we start catching up, I think we'll kind of just, I think that's, you know, because like 2 months at a time, it's kind of.
Yeah, I believe it's
Yeah.
gonna be like 3 in March of 26. And I'll-
Yeah, no.
And I'll check the
With
interest.
not having meetings.
Yeah, no, it's.
Mr. Chair, and on your minutes, so on item number 5 under new business, you had recommended that we do 2.5 million in a 9-month CD with Provident from anywhere from 4% to 4.05%, so
Yeah.
clearly.
Yeah, all right,
Well,
so.
it's reflected in the minutes.
You're on it. Real quick, Bill, as far as that checking account goes, 182,000, is that going to cover us for 3 more months?
Where are you going with that number? I have it 204 now. What you looking at?
You're looking at, he's looking at July, you're looking at June.
No, I'm looking at June.
Yeah, I went to July. I had moved on.
I was
Yeah,
mixed up with
182,000.
More.
You know what I'm saying? The-
Yeah, I'm not thinking of anything that
So,
would be a threat.
okay,
Yeah.
all right. Any more questions about the CDs?
Can we approve these with the incorrect information about the CD?
I don't think so.
Well, we don't know if the June one is incorrect. Actually, I think the June one is
Yeah,
correct.
I think June is the July.
July is.
It'll be July that will have a
Okay, so
problem.
then we're okay for June.
Yes.
Okay, should we move into July?
Do,
Why don't you, we can get approval for June because
Yeah.
otherwise it'll be a problem.
yeah, why don't we, have we gone through, expenses yet, though, for June? No, so we have to
No.
go through expenses first, though.
Yeah, so page 9,
Yep.
I'll let Kelly go through these.
So, a lot of the expenses are month-to-month expenses, 88 Studio. acquisition marketing, Anshin. That ERA is a pass-through for that brownfield grant. Weekly is the council. Brooke Simmons is the, that's the Vision Hudson Valley that we're drawing down from the amount of money that you guys had given them.
She's one of the researchers for the quality of life report.
We're at a balance, they have a balance to go $3,735 out of their $20,000 that you guys gave them. The credit card, E&M signs is the sign that's in the big conference room and also in the foyer area. The line credit card, typically the same type of charges. And phones or engineering, Royal Wine is a pass-through, but as you see underneath the Legoland, that's what we get charged for Legoland, because that's not a pass-through at all.
If I can stop for 1 second. So the Royal Wine, is that coming out of on the previous page, that checking account trust escrow?
Yes.
So that number should be decreasing every month?
We do it quarterly.
Okay, but every quarter that number should be
Yes.
decreasing, okay.
First Columbia is our rent and the utility charges. Fran Roth was our stenographer for the Vanta Hospitality public hearing. The Gannett is the public hearing notice that's put into the paper. HRP Associates is the group that's helping with the brownfield grant, and those monies are getting as a pass-through. We get that money right back as soon as we put those bills into the system. The Caitlin is the Vision Hudson Valley. The cleaning bill is normal. Land Associates those are two pass-throughs. One was for lunches and the other one's for OC Hospitality. And those two projects are probably going to be ending very soon. The Lawrence Force that's for Vision Hudson Valley also. Nikki Jones is the first installment for
A PowerPoint, slideshow, brochure, other design work.
And that's for the IDA?
Correct.
And then the Towns and Villages is the meeting that Bill goes to. The partnership was the MVP dinner sponsorship. The PEAC Solutions, that's a new name, but it's for our Xerox copier, that's what we paid for, and it's for 2 months, June and July. RBT is for 2 months, that's the external bookkeeper. The Martin Ware Group is Micah, who helps us with our computers, the IT stuff. Uline is, we bought 2 carpets for the front foyer area because it's like that big hardwood floor in there. The Veritex is the stenographer that we used for the Amazon public hearing. WB Mason is just office supplies that we purchase paper and paper towels and Zarin is the conflict counsel for the GTI easement, and then Royal Wine, they did something.
And again, that will be reimbursed. Sorry, Bill.
And then Zoltis is our telephone.
I just, one question regarding the stenographer.
Yeah.
That's, $4,000 for that long meeting.
It's a great question. It is. It's the first time we use this stenographer. Our usual stenographer was not available that night. So we use an out-of-area service. I think they're based in Westchester. They sent someone from Newburgh.
We're just finishing up a finance.
We're looking to pass those on to the applicant. That is, we're also going to be charged fees that are coming from the school district for security and custodial services for that night. We haven't received that bill. I just checked with the superintendent. We apologize for not saying anything. He's going to get that to us. We're looking to pass those on to the applicant. It's sizable expenses.
Yeah, I've seen them before, but
Yeah, that, I'm not sure we'll use them again. We did ask the report to, the transcript to come in sooner than later, so it was I guess they considered it a rush, but it was like $2,000 charge for that, so lesson learned on that, but again, we're hoping to recoup that from the applicant. Is that the only question you have? Then page 10, 11 are the credit card statement.
So I just have a question.
Well.
You said you were having difficulty doing a credit card payment with the software?
Yeah, with this new service, who was that to again? Or is that the, oh, that was the food bank, right?
No, it's
Several things happened.
Yeah.
The food bank got their $250, processed it in May, and it took months and months that they had to receive the check. We had to pull that back, cancel that, and process it as an ACH. That's probably why the paperwork is the way it is.
They did receive that.
They did receive the payment.
Don't think we'd be here if they didn't.
Yeah, right.
Also that. M&T credit card would not take the payment from Ramp because Ramp will only send the check. They won't send, obviously, the statement stuff. We get it in the mail. M&T was refusing payments for months, and we had to then write the physical checks in-house and send them. The OB&T or Alon credit card was receiving ACH payments from us and then stopped receiving ACH payments from us, and we couldn't get any information on why did you give us your ACH for the past 3 months and now you're saying there is no ACH to give us. They were not accepting the ACH payments for June and July, so we went back to paying by check.
Thank you.
Something, not, something.
People complain how they get paid. That's just, used to be just, you happen to get paid. Now it's like, we'll only take it a certain way.
The food bank one was the first time we've had trouble with something coming from Ramp, and it was for a $250,000 payment, so of all things, that was frustrating. Everything's been smooth, but we've had a couple issues like that where someone won't accept the ACH, won't accept a check coming from Ramp. Because I will say the checks that come from Ramp, they'll pay anything. If they can do it electronically, they'll do that. If they can't, they'll issue a check. But the check comes from, I think, First Internet Bank of Indiana, so that's a little awkward just to do. I don't know if I'd take a check from the First Internet Bank of Indiana. So.
If it goes through,
Exactly.
Make the money.
Good one.
no bother.
We still have to go through July. We do, right?
Let's try to muscle our way through, but if everyone, I think we've gone through all of our expenses for June. Can I get a motion to approve the expenses for June, please, and the payables for June? Thank you. Can I get a second? Second, thank you. Any further discussion about June? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So June is approved. We've got 7 minutes.
We can do it. We're gonna go through the July.
Are we gonna do it? Because we have a problem of July with these.
Well, if we do it now,
You don't have to approve it, but would you like me to review it?
then next time, it might go quicker. We have 7 minutes, or we can, if you wanna wait and do it next time. I'll leave it up to
No,
discussion.
I'm gonna go to the chair.
I think the only case was another question because
Absolutely. That's actually, that's our,
All right,
a
good.
better way to do it.
Great,
Let's go.
Okay, page
14?
Page 14. The July income statement for OCIDA, starting with income, closing fees, $11,375. That's Royal Line Phase 2. Then we have the management fee of $8,350. The EP Brownfield assessment of $21,865. That's our reimbursement. And I will say again, Kelly enters those chargebacks. We get that payment the next day, if not the same day. So federal government, amazing. Interest earnings of $85,489. That's the Providence CD and Chase checking interest. Getting down into expenses, bank service charges. Again, we have the $117. That's for the credit card that we're having some payment problems with. Bookkeeping service of $18.50. Insurance of $1280, office supplies $509, professional fees of $3,197. Those are our stenographers and our Vigilance Valley interns again. Travel of $275, our monitor, $337.50. That was a charge from our labor monitor in talking about what we went through on the fee schedule and the labor policy. They had a meeting to come in and do that. We charged that to the monitor. It's a lot because it was all related to that. So that's not from the engine, but it's related to the monitor. Agency support, $1583 on IT and audio visual, $2,000 on marketing and PR, $170 on events, down to agency support, cost benefit analyses of $10,500. Those are CBAs for Amazon and Belkin that we did with outside group, Camoin. Legal counsel, $1998. Local labor auditing, $5,817. And the EPA brownfields is the expense side, $7,305. Down to payroll, we have employee benefits, taxes and payroll taxes and fees and salaries. Those are those first three lines, $2779, $2571, and $25,511. And then down to the building expenses, utilities of $1,289, internet and telephone of $254, and maintenance of $650. That's our claim. So total expenses $69,996. Net operating income $57,093. Any questions on this? Okay. Now we've looked at cash and equivalents. We go into that. That's where we have the.
Well, I think the vendor first.
Okay. You want to go through those?
Acquisition marketing is monthly. Brooke Simmons is the Vision Hudson Valley. The Camoin is what Phil just spoke about the CDAs for both Amazon and Balkan. Credit card, it was $46.71. First Columbia was a utility bill. Caitlin is another Hudson Valley, Vision Hudson Valley payment. Orange County Partnership was a ticket for a dinner purchase. The Montclair Group is our IT person, and Zoltes is our phone.
Any questions about that? All right, let's take the CDs.
CDs, 9-month Provident, $4.7 million. 9-month JP Morgan T-bill, $1.649 million. And then we need to correct the 9-month Provident Bank CD. Make sure we get the exact amount we did. But as is, Chase Bank account $204,000. Orange Bank and Trust, our escrow account $27,935. And the CDs and treasuries for a total of $9,081,887. And then you have our credit card statement as well.
All right, so I think we're pretty tight, except for that CD, so that's why we can't approve. But I think once we clean that up, we should be able to approve that very quickly next time.
We'll have that in September too.
So since we can't approve it, any other questions or any other comments for this board meeting right now? Bill, do you have anything else you want to cover?
No, sir.
Then if I get a,
Move for your turn.
oof, big block on that one. I have a second. Any further comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? We're adjourned.